Today, we are talking about one of the most significant figures in American street culture, Demetrius Big Meech Flenory. Recently released from prison after serving nearly 20 years, his story is not just about crime, but redemption, the justice system, and the influence of culture on the streets. How did Big Meech go from being the leader of one of the biggest drug operations in U.S. history to finding a new path forward? What can we learn from his experience about crime, justice, and rehabilitation? Let's explore. To understand Big Meech, we first need to go back to the 1990s when he and his brother, Terry Southwest T, founded BMF. Based in Detroit, BMF grew into one of the largest drug trafficking organizations in the United States, controlling the distribution of cocaine in major cities from Los Angeles to Atlanta. BMF wasn't just about drugs. They crossed into the hip-hop industry, mingling with major artists and creating a lavish lifestyle of fame, luxury cars, and extravagant parties. Meech became an iconic figure, both feared and admired. But here's where we need to ask some critical questions. Why do criminal enterprises like BMF captivate so much of the public's imagination? And why do figures like Big Meech become almost mythologized? In 2005, the FBI and DEA orchestrated one of the largest drug busts in U.S. history, arresting Big Meech and his brother. Over $270 million in drug profits were seized, and they were sentenced to 30 years in prison. It was the end of BMF as we knew it. But was it really? Even from prison, Meech's influence didn't completely fade. His story lived on in rap lyrics, TV shows like 50 Cent's BMF, and a continuing fascination with his lifestyle. We have to ask ourselves, does society glorify the very people who disrupt communities? Is this glamorization part of the problem in cycles of crime and punishment? While serving his sentence, Big Meech reportedly focused on personal growth, turning to education and mentoring younger inmates. His attorney, Brittany K. Barnett, spoke of his transformation, saying, "He's a different man today than he was when he entered prison." Though he was denied early release several times, the COVID-19 pandemic led to reconsiderations of his sentence, eventually resulting in his move to a halfway house in 2024. Many were surprised by his release, but it also raises questions about the justice system's role in rehabilitation. This brings us to a vital question. Can someone like Big Meech ever be fully rehabilitated in the eyes of society, or will his past continue to overshadow any progress he makes? With his release to a halfway house, Meech is stepping back into a world that has changed dramatically since his incarceration in 2005. The rise of social media, the ongoing influence of BMF through entertainment, and a shifting legal landscape all set the stage for a potential new chapter in his life. But what does this mean for those still serving lengthy sentences for non-violent offenses? As his attorney pointed out, there are thousands of others in similar situations, and reform advocates are pushing for more systematic change. Is Meech's release a symbol of larger systemic changes, or is it just a high-profile case that won't lead to broader reforms? This is where we need to look beyond the headlines. Big Meech's story is far from over. His legacy lives on in pop culture. His son Lil Meech plays him in the BMF TV series, and the mythos surrounding BMF remains strong. But now, we wait to see what kind of man he will be post-prison. Will he continue to influence the world from the shadows, or will he use his newfound freedom to redefine his life and legacy? Thanks for joining us in this deep dive into Big Meech's life and legacy. His story is more than just about crime. It's about transformation, the justice system, and the possibilities of redemption. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment with your thoughts. What do you think Big Meech's next move will be?